have this 4-foot by 10-inch board that I picked up at Lowe's, and I'm going to start by covering it with Wise Owl, Snow Owl. I'm using a foam roller that I picked up at Lowe's as well. It's a 4-inch foam roller, and I'm just going to give myself a really good 2 coats. The purpose of this is to lighten up my board, and it's just going to make my project brighter and clearer, and that's what we want. Once done, I'm going to give everything a really good sanding. I'm using about a 300 grit block. This is a beautiful paper by Roy Cycled. Union and Liberty is what it says. It's just a beautiful flag with the eagle, and it's a very muted colors, and it has kind of like this grain sack stripe going through it. It's a very pretty paper. And now I'm just making a plan. And then I'm going to start by using my 1-hour enamel clear. I'm going to lay it down on my board. I'm going to make sure I do, a nice amount. And then I'm going to lay my paper down as neatly as I can, trying to avoid as much wrinkles as I can. You don't want to over wipe that, but you can kind of pass your hand over gently. And then I'm going to do the other half with the 1-hour enamel clear, and then laying the paper down. Now you're going to want to take a nice big piece of saran wrap, lay it over your paper, and this is going to act as a barrier. And we're going to use a brayer. You could pick these up at any craft store. Guys, this is, to me, is one of the most important parts, because this brayer is literally going to take out the wrinkles. You're going to see it right before your eyes. It's going to move out any bubbles, any wrinkles. The saran wrap is your protection so you don't tear your wet tissue paper. And you can find these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. They're $5, $6. They're really not that expensive, and they're worth it. And then you're going to lift up your saran wrap. Now, I didn't wait for this to dry because my mind thought I was going to be able to take that tissue paper and line it up with what I have. And that didn't work out. The stripes did not line up. But if you got a board that was maybe 5 or 6 inches shorter, you would be able to cut that basket weave portion off and connect it to the stripes. My board was a little long, so I ended up having to get a second piece of tissue paper, cutting out the basket weave on the second piece, taking the basket weave from the first piece, and finishing off that section of my board. I really hope that made sense, but I feel like you could do this with one sheet of tissue paper if you got a board that was maybe 3.5 feet long versus the 4. And anytime you piece together, once you lay it down, you just want to take a little extra glue and immediately hit that seam. And you just want to make sure the weaves are lined up so that they continue, and you can't even notice that. You're not even going to be able to see that we connected these pieces. And you're just going to do your 1-hour enamel clear, your saran wrap, and your brayer, as we've been doing all along. And now I'm going to give my entire board one coat of the 1-hour enamel clear, and I'm going to allow it to dry. This will take more than an hour because you're dealing with the tissue paper, so I usually just wait overnight. but it should be dry maybe in 3 or 4 hours versus the 1. Once dry, I'm going to take a razor blade and I'm going to remove any excess paper around the edges of my board. I found this star, I believe, at Michael's. You just need any wooden star. You can get them at the Dollar Tree as well at times. And I'm going to paint it using Antique Villa, which is a little bit more of an off-white, which I felt suited my project better than the Snow Owl. And then I found these letters. These were at Target. You're not going to find them now. I had purchased them around Valentine's Day. They were just the letters. It may even have been Christmas. It's just the heart throws me. They were $1 each, and I was able to make the word home. So that's why I bought them. And I'm going to remove all of my hangers. And there is a hole where I removed the hanger for hanging them on a tree or a garland or whatever. And I'm going to paint them with the Antique Villa as well and glue them over the hole. You could use wood putty, but then you'd have to paint your letters. And these letters fit absolutely perfect with this tissue paper. And now I'm just going to make a plan of where I'm going to want to position my word home. I took a piece of painter's tape and ran it along the bottom. You just want to make sure you don't press. I just have this very gently laying there because I don't want the tape to tear my paper. And I'm using Elmer's wood glue and a little bit of hot glue for your instant, your instant adhesion. And this gives the Elmer's glue time to dry and yet remain in its position. I'm using a glue bot, but this is Elmer's wood glue. You can get the glue bot from Amazon. If anybody's interested, I can post a link. Just let me know. And then I'm going to remove the tape. And now I'm going to give my project, I love the eagle. I hope you can see this. I feel like you're never going to know how great this paper is. It's just so masculine. I just love it. I love the rustic feel of it. So now I'm going to give my board one full coat of the One Aran Enamel Clear. This is going to seal the deal. And you could do a third coat. If you plan on posting this, maybe on your porch or outdoors, you would want to give one more coat of that. I would avoid direct sunlight. A covered porch would be great. I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products, tissue paper, transfers, or mesh stencils, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.